And hello, everybody. We are here and we are back with another episode. Yay. um,
Gavin's still recovering from putting in contact.
Oh my gosh, I'm still stunned. My eyes feel just so weird right now. I was really struggling, so you might see me weirdly blinking a lot or closing my eyes during this stream. It's because I'm not used to it. My glasses just broke at work the other day, and so
You're
I'm
gonna need
just
to remember to blink as much as possible.
Yeah,
that's what I do.
It's not the NPC being weird or suspicious. It's just me.
Or we need to get like some of the viewers to just keep a tally count while they're going through.
It's probably already in the dozens.
How many times has Gavin
suspicious
blinked?
blinks?
Oh my gosh, yeah. Anyway, before we get into tonight's episode, Andrew, do you have any announcements?
Nothing too crazy, just a couple reminders. If you are watching on Twitch, make sure to hit that follow button. And then if you watch anything, either our live streams on YouTube, or if you're checking out some of our short form content, just make sure to hit the like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell on YouTube, just so then that way you aren't missing any of our videos. But that's all I'm going to really shout out for today.
Alrighty.
Nothing too crazy.
Okay. So the only thing I have is just keep an eye out for mine and Andrew's other Twitch streams. Andrew is Special Sauce, img.va, and we just stream random games we're playing. And so, for example, recently I've been streaming the last couple days, just doing just playing some Hollow Knight, and yeah, and then me and Andrew have also been doing a Baldur's Gate playthrough because we still haven't beaten it over on Andrew's things. We'll probably be picking that up this week again as well. And Andrew's going to be then streaming that, so Special Sauce. But yeah, other than that, I think that's everything. So let's go ahead and roll the intro. And we are back. So, last we left off, Belton Freehollow's death sent ramifications through the party of different psychological effects between them. And after the chaos, Ardavan had to do a little bit of soul searching. Now, during the confrontation, Vivi had split off and, without really giving his presence away, saved Inquisitor Cromwell's life from the from the other from the sheriff that seek to kill him as Cromwell discovered the truth on his own.
The little move I like to call heat gunpowder.
Yep. After doing some damage control, oh my gosh, the contacts are making my vision blurry. Oh man, because they're like shit. I feel them shifting around in my eyeballs.
Ooh.
I hate it. I just need new. I just
gotta blink a lot.
I just need new glasses already. Anyway,
Blink 10,000 and counting.
they. Anyway, Amelia, being afraid of Artavan, shut herself away for a little while, only having eventually Vivi coming back around to help her calm down. And however, during her initial reclusion, a voice appeared in her head, inquiring as to why Amelia ran, when she was perfectly capable of handling the situation. During this time, after a little bit of contemplation, Cosmo and Wayne went out to find Artavan, finding him overlooking the city on a bit of a high-rise, to which he wanted to put this behind him, put this situation behind him. And thus, the oath of vengeance fulfilled, he relinquished the oath and the power that it gave him, sending his red scarf into the wind as Artavan the Vengeful was no more, and a new Artavan could come to be. And to facilitate that, Artavan returned to the blacksmith siblings, Rosov and Korgil, to ask their aid in melting down his armor and forging it into something new, something better. Vivi giving him a bunch of expensive imported silks from which he pillaged from Free Hollows Manor as a show of good faith. And over the course
liberated.
And over the course of 2 weeks, Artavan forged himself his new set of armor, with a total score of all the skill checks, a total score of 119, where the DC was 110 of all the different checks of all the different pieces of armor, to turn it into +1 armor.
Yes.
So, but upon the completion of it, Rosov told him to don his armor as she donned hers, to give it a bit of a test run. But before we get into that, there are still 2 weeks of while Artavan is working on this. I'd like to know, what were the rest of you doing for these 2 weeks?
I think a large part of Wayne's time, most of it would be spent just being at Artavan's side. Even if I'm not actively helping, he would be writing notes down in the blacksmithing room and everything, helping Artavan.
I'd have all sorts of little assignments for whoever is with me, little so like whatever we do, we can come in and out of what Artavan might ask you guys to do to help him out and everything. But yeah, I imagine Wayne was there pretty much the whole time with him.
Okay.
I know Amelia wants to, wherever I can find books, or maybe I can go find some rich people that have a better expansive collection of libraries. Maybe I can convince them to let me use their books. I just want to do some research. I just want to ask around. Actually, the rich people might be good, because some of my questions might be good to ask them.
Okay. So, what kind of knowledge are you looking for? Historical knowledge, magical knowledge, lore kind of knowledge, or is it more like what specifically would you be looking for? Or
So
I
she's
guess
looking-
what category?
I can tell you what she's looking for. It's probably historical. Maybe could be lore-ish. I'm not sure. She wants to look up what the reputation and actions and past of the Foxluperians was like. And also, she wants to learn all she can that people know about her family. Like their name, where they came from, their past, and all that.
Okay, go ahead, make an investigation check for me, just to see if you can find a collection somewhere in the city.
Got a nat 1.
A natural one.
No.
So
No.
the first day that you search, you do not have any luck. You begin to wonder, does anybody in this city own a book? Go ahead and just roll a D100 for me. It's just a general luck thing.
Yeah, 56.
56? Okay, it was a 50-50 chance, so as you're kind of going around, you decide to you're making your way through the different shops and stuff. You go to you go to that pawn shop that you visited earlier. Nothing really of note, and then you decide to find a small general store. And in this general store, it's very small. Very small, very compact. However, while you're in there, you do see this, while you're in there, you do see an old man. He is, let me look at my notes. I forgot what his race was. He is a dwarf. So you see an old dwarven man up at the counter, and as you go, he's got kind of the top of his head is bald, but he does have a hair on the back of his head, which is tied into a very neat knot, and then his beard is cut at the as it hits a clavicle, and is very well groomed, very thick and very well groomed, and he has a pair of half moon spectacles. As you see, he pays the shopkeeper. He's like, "Well, thank you there, lass. Another one for my collection." And you see he goes and just this old dusty book that he looks and gingerly places in his satchel before turning to leave.
Okay, but if it's just some book, I don't know if Amelia would bother him. So, is it anything interesting? Like, what about him would make me
make a perception
need-
check?
Okay. An 8.
An 8. Hard to notice.
Yep. So you just gave a
from the book.
beautiful description of a dwarven man, and Amelia's just gonna not notice anything about him.
Well, that
So-
idea scrapped.
So he pushes past you to leave. He's like, "Oh, excuse me, lass," and makes his way
Yes,
out
of
of the
course.
store.
Wow. I'm really just not finding much today. Yeah, I guess she really wants to find as much information as she can, so she'll try for the next week or so to do this, but with these roles, she's not going to. in this city, probably. That's okay.
Yeah. I would say, yeah, your first few days are unsuccessful. But you still do have quite a bit of time. So I would say we can break it up into quarters. For the second quarter, the second half of the first week, you can go ahead and make another investigation check and see.
Okay, this is...
Oh, you muted.
It's a 10, so a little better.
A little better.
Starting the night off so strong.
Hey, dice speak sometimes, you know.
Once again, you go and you look around, and this time you do manage to find some historical novels, but historical books from the different pawn shops and things like that, but none of the specific categories you are looking for. You do find one in a biography on a man who is known as the Mountain Breaker. From several hundred years ago, and you do find some general, Alabast history books of different events, like the founding of the academy, the first surge, different things like that. The biographies of different mercenary groups that have existed within Alabast, as they are pretty well celebrated.
Definitely interesting, so that's something. Thank you.
Yep.
We could try and switch it up. Instead of Amelia looking for books, she could try, because there are there's people with more money that live in a different part of the city, right?
Yep.
Maybe I'll try and persuade some of them to let me come into their home and look at their books potentially. They could, maybe because they might have things that are more rare in their collections.
Okay. So as you are looking around, kind of wandering around the kind of wealthier district of the city, there is the architecture is pretty standard across pretty uniform across the board. So it's kind of hard to distinguish, who is in like which manor. But you get, just from out front, you're getting most of what you're seeing are axe beak carts and stuff out the front. And so you can gather that these are more merchants. More very successful merchants. Just give me another investigation check.
Got another nat 1.
Oh my gosh.
I think Amelia just can't. She's there's nothing today.
She's still recovering from watching Artavan.
She
She's
lost her
overlooking.
glasses too.
Yeah, she put her contacts in, doesn't know how to blink. It was really hard.
Okay,
It's okay.
make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Is that 3 nat ones?
It's just 2, but
Oh,
still,
okay.
I think I'll roll the 3 for another one. My highest yet, a 12.
12. One day, as you're wandering around with very little luck in finding anything, you hear the voice chime into your head again. What are you doing? What are you looking for?
Oh, hello, Miss Voice Lady. Honestly, I guess I don't know. Otherwise, I might have found it already. She just is like huffing her way back to the inn because she's so frustrated.
Well, perhaps I can be of assistance.
Pardon, but I feel like it might be difficult. You're literally a voice in my head talking to me. I don't see you being able to see a book and point it out to me. Like, you're not a physical manifestation of anything. So, maybe not in this way. Maybe in others.
Roasted.
But I do have memories.
Okay, just one moment. And I think, because she doesn't want to, she's talking out loud. This is so, she's like, I don't want to look crazy. So she's gonna go all the way back. She'll lock herself in a room again, I think.
Okay.
Then get all situated. Maybe she'll make tea or something. She's like, all right, we're gonna make this into something. Have some tea. She's gonna pull out a notebook and like a quill and some ink. She's gonna sit down, be like, all right, Miss Voice, if I can call you. What is your name?
Honestly, there are a lot of things that are fuzzy, so I can't quite remember that, but it seems your focus has, I don't know, shed some light on some things. So I guess voice will do for now.
All right, Miss Voice, or Mrs. Ms. I don't know. What would you prefer?
I don't have a preference.
All right, you sound like you're married, so we're gonna call you Mrs. Voice. All right. I think, yeah.
Oi, Amelia, who are you talking to?
Self, I guess. I'll let you know when I figured it out.
Are you practicing casting spells? Is that how that works?
No, Vivi, no, I'll explain later. Right now is not a good time.
All right. Go on,
You
keep
never
chatting
asked when
with
I'm
yourself.
talking to myself.
All right, Mrs. Voice, it seems I have to be quieter. Or my companions are going to think I'm crazy.
I understand.
I will say, I was very intrigued when you told me that you were family, and I've never heard anything about hearing a voice in your head. So I was trying to see if there were any records about either the Listari family or the Novali family about this condition.
Like I said, it's very fuzzy to me, but the name Novali does not sound familiar, but the other one does spark some familiarity.
Care to explain?
It's like when you say that name, it feels like home. It feels familiar, feels warm. But when you say Novali, it sounds alien, like a stranger.
Well, I am both a Listari and a Novali. So, if you're saying you're my family, you're probably from the Listari family, which was my mother's.
I see. What was your mother's name?
It's Chrysanthemum.
Does not sound familiar. I must have not met her personally. I apologize. It's very fuzzy, but it's coming into fragments.
Well, perhaps, why don't you tell me what you can remember about your history, if there is anything?
I remember being a practitioner of magic. I was originally from Irinsil. I remember being taught by someone and then teaching others later. I also remember being alone. Remember feeling cold at one point. So cold. It's all just vague feelings and flashes of images. It's very loosely connected. I could try to show you, I think.
I'm gonna, because the first time she talked to me was a little more creepy than right now. So Amelia's not sure which one she, like, it's just a really sudden shift. So I just want to insight check this, if I even can, because she's just a voice. But I'll do.
You can go ahead and try.
Does this voice in my head sound suspicious?
Keeping on today's theme, a fact.
Oh, no.
You genuinely cannot tell.
All right. I don't think I want to right now. I'm not quite sure how much I can trust you yet. I don't know what you can do. I don't even know if you're just something I made up because I had a traumatic experience recently. But maybe, but not now.
I understand. And the voice goes quiet.
Right, Amelia's just gonna write down her thoughts, like the things that she said, about what just happened. I think she'll call Vivi and then. Hey, Vivi! Vivi, are you still there?
Hi, yeah, I'm just downstairs. Hold on. Pitter, pitter, patter, pitter, patter, patter. I'm here.
I'll meet him in that little, like, middle room.
Yeah.
Is anybody else here? Or is it just
We are-
Vivi?
What time of day is it?
I would say probably getting into the early evening as Amelia spent the whole day.
I would be probably back riding on the couch.
Oh, here you are, Wayne. All right, this is fine. You can know as well. Have either of you two ever
Yes.
had an experience where something was speaking in your mind?
No.
Yes,
Wait, yes.
you did just like 3 days ago.
You didn't know that?
You told us.
Oh. That's right. Yeah.
What was that? Okay, what was it like? What
It
was
was-
that like?
It was Grimshaw, and he was speaking in my ear, and he gave me a special quest. It was very weird. It was I'd never had it happen before.
Yeah, he used the sending spell. Bjorn has used it on me as well. Usually you can only say a couple sentences, though.
All right, so
Is
it's
someone-
not really
is someone trying
a
to reach out to you?
conversation. Kind of. I might be crazy. I've heard things can happen when something traumatic happens to you. I know what the sending spell is, Gavin, for sure, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think I would have ever in my past have had it happen to me? Like, my father's downstairs and he's like, Amelia, get down here, or something.
I feel like there would have been one there in your time being raised. I feel like you would have had let's go with this. And the many suitors that have tried to win your heart, there was one that really annoyed you because he would not stop casting the sending spell just to speak with you.
All right.
Until you completely shut him down and cut him off.
It's that guy.
Yeah.
The one that won't shut up.
Jennifer.
Yep. So I would say, yeah, you've had it.
All right.
Was he sending descriptions of his genitals?
You know,
In 25 words.
he might have tried to, but I cut that off really quickly. Blocked him immediately. All right. So I don't believe it was the sending spell. I do know what that feels like. Well, you're just having like a really short snippets of conversation. This was a full conversation with somebody.
Wait, somebody was talking to you?
Well, it could just be me talking to myself with like, I just have some other
So
person.
with that, he like immediately throws his book to the side. He gets up like really close and starts like looking into your eyes and everything. I wonder if you have something in your brain like Cosmo does. Cosmo has another person inside of her as well.
Well, I guess.
Princess hops up on Amelia's shoulders and like pries her eyes open. Like,
Oh, no,
so I can get
Princess, you're
like
not
good.
getting off my head.
it's like Clockwork Orange up in here.
No, she's gonna do everything she can to try and get this monkey off her head. No.
No, Princess, hold her still.
She'll stand up and she'll just like, no, that's not what. I don't. Maybe something's in my head. I've had something in my mind before. This could be a part of that. Maybe. I don't know.
We could run some tests. I don't know what yet, but we could.
Yeah, what kind? That was my next question. So maybe we won't do tests. Let's not do any poking or prodding or
Do you
staring deep into my
smell-
eyes.
Can you smell toast?
No.
I'm
Why?
hungry. Why am I so
Oh.
hungry right now? I keep thinking of foods.
All
I'm
right.
getting kind of hungry too.
I don't know. They're saying they're my family and gave me some descriptions of her past. But I don't know. I don't completely trust her because I don't know if it's myself just trying to make sense of everything or not. I was just curious if you guys. I honestly, I don't know what I was thinking. Like, who would experience this? Isn't normal.
Well, you could just do what I do whenever I have any kind of new experience. I like to write down everything around it, everything that I saw, everything that I heard, smelled, tasted, and then I can always go back and review my notes later. So I mean, if you have the experience, you could just write it down. What were you feeling in the moment? What did they say? Did it show you anything? Did you have any other sensations? And we could start from there and then see if we can. I don't know. We could come up with some tests together, maybe. I mean, this is new to me. This is fascinating. I would love to learn some more about this.
As long as you don't treat me like an experiment, because I am not one. All right?
Okay, deal.
Not Ian.
I don't see nods. I don't see
That goes for
nods
you
from
too,
both of you.
princess.
Yeah. Yes, Amelia.
All right, so I'm telling you guys something that frankly is quite embarrassing. Not as embarrassing as recent events, but definitely still embarrassing. So please do not say anything about it unless
No,
I
oh.
give you permission to talk about it, all right?
What about to Cosmo and Ardavan?
If they ask, then yes. Otherwise, no.
Can I write my own notes about it and keep it to myself?
Sure.
Okay, good.
Those two probably won't be able to read it anyway. So that's fine.
Bahamut, oh.
I imagine he would have been already halfway through his sentence when he asked that. Like, wait a minute, can I do this?
Yeah, audacity.
All right. Now I'm going to go into that room, going to breathe and relax, and I'm going to come out normal. Have a good
This
day.
isn't normal.
She'll go into the room. She's gonna start breathing and stuff.
Okay.
If I might join you just momentarily, this is something I can try, and it'll take me about 10 minutes. And with Amelia's permission, I'd like to cast Ritual Identify on Amelia to see if there's any magic affecting her.
You as you do, you just there's none that you can see. When you identify Amelia, you just get Amelia.
I don't think there's anything wrong with you, love. I think maybe there really is someone talking to you.
Nothing wrong so far.
Not helpful, Wayne.
Sorry.
At least I can identify what it was. Nothing out of the ordinary.
No.
We're here for you, dear. If you have anything else you need to help, we're willing to help.
Thank you too. Now out.
Right. Now, rewind.
I do a smoke bomb move. I press the digitate. It's like a smoke bomb, but it's not effective. You can still see him running away.
Yeah, it's just a little.
I think with that, and like as we're going out, I'll be like, BB, I'll race you downstairs for dinner.
Okay.
All right. So, moving on. So for the 2 weeks, Vivi, what are you doing?
I have a short list here. Number one, I found a ring I would also like to identify. It is a strange ring with a glass pearl.
Yeah, like glass
I had that in
bead.
my
Yeah.
notes, and I didn't do anything about it. So during the week, I'd like to identify that, please.
You identify it. It is a ring of spell storing.
Oh!
Oh.
We could put a counter spell inside of that
Number
ring.
2, hell yeah.
Oh, yes!
You
During
should
the
store
week,
and press the
Hunter's mark.
digitate.
I would like to go and sell, and preferably high sell, the 3 remaining silks that I have.
All right.
And this is a list of 4 things, and we can just get right through them as fast
Okay.
as you'd like.
I would say, so you gave Ardavan one of the silk things, correct?
Correct.
All right, so it's base value, so they're gonna be running about 250 gold each. So you want to see if you can upsell them.
Yes, and I will.
Oh, you needed.
am I still muted?
Oh, there you are. I hear you now.
There we go. Oh, it's if I push to talk only works if I have Zoom on top. Okay. So I can distort value, and I easily have enough slots to do this, to do for all of these, all in one day if I wanted to. But I have the 2 weeks, so.
Yep.
So distort value, increase the value, and try to upsell.
Okay, go ahead and make just as you're going around. This isn't one merchant. You're selling it to different merchants.
Sure.
Fabric shop, pawn shop. Because you're doing distort value, go ahead and do it with advantage. I'll just roll.
What am I roll? Like a persuasion?
Persuasion, yes.
Persuasion advantage 3 times?
Yes, yeah. So for the first one, so 250 gold. And it's going to be contested versus the insight. Okay.
Okay, I am rolling my numbers, and I'll announce them in just a sec. Because I'm doing guidance with it. Almost done. Okay. Now, looking at my log here. Okay, so the numbers were, and this is total value, for 3 rolls, a 14, a 30,
Oh.
and a 12.
Well, that
Did
works
you
out.
roll each of those with advantage?
I rolled each of those with advantage,
So-
and each with a guidance.
So the first one was a 14, right?
14, 30, 12.
I got a 7 on the first one, which means we'll just throw an extra 100 gold for each one you succeed. So 350 for the first one. 30, no way I could even possibly beat that unless I got a natural 20, which I did not. Another 350. And then the final one, you got a 12. I got a nat 1. So that is 1,050 gold that you just earned.
Or 350 times 3, is that
350 times 3, yep.
correct? Okay, done. On to the number 3. During the 2 weeks, here's my 2-step plan. So number 3 and 4 is a 2-step plan. What VV is doing effectively is he's doing his crowd-pleasing music in order to get donations, and trading off with cup game in front of the local bar. And after the 2-week period, my plan is to take my earnings and to invest at the blacksmith where Artavan worked his trade, his craft. Do the similar kind of investment that we've been doing in some of the other cities.
All right, go ahead and roll a percentile die for me.
Percentile die coming right up. Where are you? D100. Roll. Oh my gosh, that thing's spinning forever. Come on. 57.
57. So with the cup game, just taking the what I rolled and the difference, you manage to get just from the cup game an extra 22 gold.
Nice.
Okay.
And that's 22 gold worth of copper, silver, and things like that.
Right, that's a total.
But
Got
doing it for 2 weeks, yeah. All right, and then
just in general, music, crowd pleasing stuff. Got that tip hat out.
okay. Now, also during this time, Cosmo, what are you doing?
Well, for most of the time, she would just be like in the smithy, hanging out with Artavan, or mostly bombarding the siblings with questions about how they do their craft, what their creative process is, things like that, learning all she can because, she admires their work and she wants to see how they do it. And at some point, she will design something of her own. And with a 400 gold little pile she gets from BB of her own funds, she commissions
Got
a
it.
breastplate.
All right. So yeah, most of who you're talking to is Corgil, because Rosov is, for the most part, drilling Artavan with her stuff, kind of drill sergeant like, and so you're mostly talking to Corgil. So as you do you draw up the blueprint?
Mm-hmm.
All right. As he goes, he takes it from you, looks at it, just like, is you a Rosal artist?
Oh, just a little bit, I dabble.
And it's just like, prepaid for too. Well, if you wish, I could take your measurements, and while your friend is working on his project, I can also work on this commission and grab Rosaf if needed.
I would love that, thank you.
And then, so he gets your measurements, and then he takes the design and starts applying measurements and like copying your design, but kind of writing them out as blueprints. And then during those 2 weeks, he begins to forge that for you as well. So he is working during those 2 weeks. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Other than that, not really. She'd mainly just hang around, keep Artavan company when Wayne isn't there, or even when he is, help him out and stuff.
All right. Okay. And then, Wayne, is there anything you'd like to add on to your...
Well, first and foremost, I definitely need to get a new notebook. I think I would have done that very early on, because I ripped out almost everything the last time. So, yeah, that one is just, I don't know how much you would want me to spend on that. Let me see. But... I think the plan was to see if he could find some papers that he could just get bound into the one that Cosmo already did the artwork for.
Yeah, that's easy enough. Depending on how much, like a full new notebook and a stack of paper, probably gonna run you like maybe 4 or 5 silver.
Okay.
Very easy to do, but for the most part, you're just hanging out with Artavan, right?
Yeah, for the most part, I'd be doing that, and then I would be doing a lot of like note writing, especially after that conversation with Amelia. He'd be writing up a lot of theories and things like that in his downtime.
Okay. Artavan, what kind of errands do you send your helpers on?
Well, I'd have probably Vivi go, if you wouldn't mind, go to the clothier and see if you can get some sample pieces of these different colors of orange, blue, green. I'm trying to find an accent color for my set, trying to really impress here. Trying to find a color that means something. But I'm not sure which one I want to go for yet. And so, collect samples and bring them back, and I'll give you money to pay for everything else I need.
Sure, whatever you need, Artavan.
And Wayne, could you keep this fire burning? I need a pee.
Yes.
Just like random little things, and I think like everybody, like, we kind of probably get together for meals, lunch, and things like that. So we all come together and chat about things. And so he probably would bring up, like, if everybody was around, just as like a question of curiosity. So I'm trying to find, a color that really suits, and I've liked these ones that Vivi brought back. I don't suppose any of you know anything about colors and what they mean, because I want this armor to mean something.
Ooh.
Cosmo can go first. She seems very eager.
Oh, well, something I've noticed is purple is very noble color. It's often associated with nobility, and I think that would be a very nice color on you.
I like the idea. I do wish to eventually create things for all of you as well, and Amelia literally is a noble, and I'll keep that in mind. That is true. Lost in thought.
Although your previous scarf was red, so maybe you could keep with that color.
I didn't think about that. And that is my favorite color, but I think I'm going to try and mix things up a little bit.
Yeah, trying something new.
A whole new me, a whole new change, a new beginning.
Yes.
Let's see if something else looks good. He's kind of like holding up some scraps.
You could do something prismatic like Bahamut. It's all the different colors put together. It's really, really pretty.
Trying to think how I would do that.
Cloth.
As an actual artist, please don't.
What?
I struggled.
Well, I don't know much about colors, but my father he owns gems and sells them. I do know that emeralds tend to have a symbol of birth or change if you're willing to go for something more green. It's very different from the red you're used to, but it does have that symbolism.
That is true. Rebirth, renew, a new beginning. That, I mean, it does kind of fit. Okay. But yeah, I'll take a look at all of those. Anyway, how's everyone been doing? I feel like I haven't seen you guys really at all. And staying busy, I hope.
I've just been writing a lot of notes and bothering you.
You've been
I
very
commissioned
helpful. I
something.
appreciate it. Oh, you have to show that to me.
Yes.
I have failed to find a book at literally any place in this entire city. There's not one that is interesting.
I can help you look for some books.
What? Sorry?
So I can help you look for some books. I love looking for books.
I looked for like a week and didn't find one book, so I'd be very amazed if you could find one.
Has it already been a week? Oh my God.
You've been underground the whole time.
6 hours.
I have some earnings to pass out to everyone. Princess, go on.
Oh.
And one by one, Princess goes to each of you and hands you a very heavy little sack, except for Cosmo. I've got this one, Cosmo. Don't worry.
Okay.
For everyone add 210 gold.
Nice.
Personal stocks.
Very nice.
This is 1050 divided by 5. So
Awesome. I was running
a
very
nice
low, so this will be
Little
nice.
allowance.
yes,
That's a little more than half of what I paid.
little more. Oh, and then also,
You've been
if
practicing
anyone-
math.
If anyone would like to,
Yeah.
I've started a little fund. I'm going to invest back into the blacksmith, which helped Audubon. I figure everywhere we go, we give back to the community a little bit, and if anybody wants to donate, I've got 22 gold that I earned this week. I'm going to give it all back.
I'll add 22 gold to that.
You want to add 22?
I'll match as well.
Cosmo, you too?
Yes.
All right. Then to the blacksmith, we'll make a generous donation, and help him with his business as a way of saying thank you.
Want me to
We'll
just call
leave
him
a
over
little
now?
calling card in case anybody wants jobs done. They'll come looking for us.
That's very wise. Very, very good of you.
Also, I put on the poster that I made for them. Also, I made and we make cupcakes as well, just in case somebody wants a cupcake. They know where to come.
Yes. Guess I'll have
Yeah,
to keep my skills brushed up then.
So basically, like the rights to like hang a little poster. It's like a cute kid's drawing, but also a little disturbing. You know, Princess and the Paragons, Mercenaries for Hire, and cupcakes.
And cupcakes.
And cupcakes. Yeah.
Nice.
So, you know, the goal here is to like get our name out there, and I kind of I've been doing this in a couple of different towns now. Hopefully this will, you know, raise more regional awareness of our skills.
I like it.
All right. Okay.
Also, I hope to be trained by a master soon, as you all know, and so I would like for all of you to think to yourselves maybe something that would be cool or interesting for me to try and make for you, weaponry, jewelry, something of that sort. And when you think of it, and I mean, I'll probably need all sorts of projects, so just be thinking of things that maybe I can make. That'd be fun.
Okay.
Yeah, that's probably, like, I think the majority of the days are going to be somewhat similar of that style, and making little bits here and there, and he'll start to show off little pieces that he's finished, and he will have you'll start to notice, like, he has a little bit of accents with his armor pieces, and you'll see that he kind of went with the like an emerald green to kind of symbolize that rebirth and renewal as he begins his next big step into finding himself.
Audubon, since it was you, what with the blacksmith and all, and have a bit of rapport with him, I was wondering if you want to go with me and offer him this 110 gold on our behalf.
Absolutely. I feel like we've gotten pretty close by now.
Excellent. I'll be there to give you a song on the way in, mate. So you sound extra good.
Hey, Robin, should we wake up Wayne from his break?
Right.
He said he had some sort of experimentationals to do. I don't know what it was about. Deception roll. But you know, I don't know.
Did you stash him away somewhere?
You just going
Princess,
on and on
it,
about
yeah.
books like he always does.
But yeah, we can go in and go speak with the blacksmiths.
Not to keep you away from that if you want to go, Wayne.
No. You're good.
Okay.
He's dead. He's dead
Right.
asleep.
I mean, Cosmo's probably already in there too. Look, with her project and all, and
Oh, that's
her
true,
constant
that's true.
questioning.
And she can offer him some cupcake.
Yes. Absolutely.
Little knock knock.
So, as the time passes, Artavan, your armor becomes more complete. Vivi, you begin to amass more money. Amelia, your luck is terrible.
I do want to do like one small little thing.
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
Before the 2 weeks ends. Is that
Okay.
okay? Okay.
Yeah.
I just I'm gonna find Wayne. I don't care if anyone's around, so wherever Wayne is most likely to be, I'm going to find him. Like in the
Depends
next few
time of
days.
day. If it's in the morning, I'll be at the inn. If it's in the most of the day, I'll be at the blacksmith, and then in the evenings, I'll be back at the inn.
Like an NPC.
Mhm.
I
Pretty
guess
linear.
I'll just catch you before you head out for the day. You're like eating breakfast or something.
Hmm.
Oh, hey Wayne.
Hmm.
I want to apologize for making you keep a secret.
Oh, thanks. Does that mean I can talk to people?
No, I would appreciate if you kept it. I know it's challenging for you. Just want you to know I appreciate it. I do plan
Hello.
on telling Cosmo and Artavan sometime. I just want to figure it out a little bit first. It's just too new. Don't want to just bring it up.
Well, I understand. I mean, it's kind of like the crystal that we have. I mean, it's better that not so many people know about it because, I mean, who knows what it might be worth.
That's a good way of putting it. I also I've had that. I was looking through my stuff. I had this little earring I bought a long time ago for you. From the glass lady back from like the train station. It's a decent time ago, but here, I forgot to give it to you.
What does it look like?
It's probably just like it's black glass and it just matches the exact same. So you could just switch out one of your earrings for that one.
Oh, sweet. Because, yeah, he has the earring of message on one ear, and then he has a couple of loops on the side, so he's going to switch out the loop next to it. Oh, I love it.
There you are. Looks very good.
Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. I also do have a question. I know you said your brother knew how to cast sending. I'm not sure if you also would be able to. You both worship the same god. I'm not sure if you're the same spellcasters, but
I've been trying to learn it.
Oh, you've been trying.
I've been trying. I haven't quite got it down yet, but I've been trying.
Do you want to try sending message to my father?
Yes.
All right. Let me go ahead quickly. I'll just describe him. His name. Oh my gosh, it's hard to pronounce. Let me just double check. Okay. His name is Galakir Oleradon. He is an elven man. He's, I don't know, normal build. It's not too big, not too small. He's got like long dark hair, wears it very traditionally elven, but he does like to tie it back very often. He's a businessman by nature, so he does wear very fine suits. Signature color now, after marrying my papa, being blue. He's just very dignified. I'm not the best artist, so don't know if I'd be able to help with that. But then I'd give you details about our home, like where he's from. Just so you have as much information about him as possible.
How do you spell Galakir Oleradon?
Yeah, right? Galakir Oleradon. So it's Galakir.
Oh, I was actually really close. Okay.
Come on, just sound it out.
And then Oleradon is Olerydon.
I was one letter off with each.
It's not the most off-the-tongue name, but he's not an off-the-tongue kind of person. Oh, would it help?
Okay.
I do have. He gave me this necklace before I left. Would it help you if you held it? I'm not sure how this spell quite works.
I mean, I've been trying to do it, but so far no one has responded yet. We could try.
Okay, she'll take it off. It's just like a little little sapphire gem, just on a chain for her.
And he said, "This is father or papa?"
His father. He will. He's best to contact. Do you want me to tell you what I would like you to say? I guess you should
Yes,
first.
please.
Can you send it twice or just once? I guess
I should
one
be
you're
able to
just
send it a
testing.
couple times.
Okay. Just say, hello, this is, Wayne. I'm friends with your daughter, Amelia. She wants to ask you something.
Okay.
Something like that.
So he's gonna kind of just hold it in there and concentrate on all the different details and sit there for a second. Let me write something down. And then he's gonna write down the details just so that way he can kind of really focus in on it. Hello, father. What did you want me to say again?
I'm Wayne. I'm friends with your
Say
daughter,
again.
Amelia.
I'm Wayne. I'm with your daughter Amelia. We're friends. She wants
She
to talk
wants
to you.
to ask. Yes, perfect.
Wants to talk to you. That's perfect 25.
Amelia will start writing down what she wants you to say
Yeah.
next if it works.
All right, make a spell casting check for me. So charisma, with proficiency and everything.
Oh, with proficiency, give me
Yeah.
a sec.
Oh, you're very good at this. Just don't get a 1, okay?
So I got a 1.
I'm just not allowed to do anything I want today.
Do you want me to try that again with a certain time magic?
But I don't know if I'd be able to tell.
You'd be
Would I
able to
tell?
see. You'd be able to see Wayne begin to cast the spell, and then he just like look around for nothing. I'll allow it.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go. Yeah, I'll just turtle shift. I'll allow you to try again. I totally forgot I had that.
All right,
Amelia
an
never used
18
it
on
for
that
herself.
one.
18. Okay. So as you say that, Wayne, in your head, you wish Amelia? My sweet girl, how is she? Is she okay? What does she want to talk about?
And you see Wayne get excited, and without casting the spell, he's gonna try and respond. He's like, "Oh, she's doing really good." Oh wait,
not
can
a
I send a
conversation.
reply
Did
to
it
a
work?
reply? He responded. I heard him
What
just
did
like I
he-
heard Bjorn,
Do you want to tell me what he said?
and then I'll repeat exactly, because I already forgot. I was too excited.
He praised me
That
for
was
being
Andrew,
his
that wasn't
darling
Wayne.
girl, and he wants to know what I wanted to say. All right.
What did she want to say?
And how are
go
you?
To? Just tell him that I'm doing all right. I am all right. I had an experience that made me want to ask, is there anything about our family I should know about? And that's written out.
Cool. I will repeat that verbatim.
This is good to hear. Well, the family does have many secrets that you are privy to. But your mother had more secrets.
Yeah,
We
one
do.
more word, technically.
Then I will repeat it back to you.
Do you have another one in you?
Maybe one more.
Can you just ask him to please write down what he knows? And I'm not sure where we're going next, though. Where do you think we'll be heading after this?
I don't know.
You know what? Just tell him to have Papa send me a message when they know more information, or if they could, about. Oh, I don't know. Tell them I'm hearing a voice in my head, and I want to know what it is. So I'm wondering if they know something about that.
Amelia is hearing voices in her head and she thinks it's related to her mother. Have Papa send a message to her. Or sending. When he knows.
Very good.
Very
That's
good.
it.
That is cause for concern. I will discuss it with my husband. I do know her mother suffered something similar. We'll be in touch.
Thank you.
Oh, your mother heard voices too. Fascinating.
I wonder if she died because of it. Not sure.
Did you know your mom?
For 20 years. Yes.
I never knew my mom.
What do you think she would have looked like? Or do you know?
Grandma says she died when she gave birth to me, so I don't know.
But she had the exact same skin color, and eye color, and hair color. Maybe not as wild as yours, perhaps more neat. Maybe curious? Or was your father more like that?
Father's usually gone. He was usually gone. Grandpa was very curious though, and Uncle Darv was very curious, and so was Bjorn.
Bet it runs in your family then.
This is
Yeah.
so sad. Depression entered the chat.
What did you do growing up?
Well, we spent a lot of time at the cave. I read a lot of books, and I have a pretty big collection. We already had a big library in the cave, but I added a lot of my own books to it too. But mostly it was just research and study and practicing magic, and usually Grandpa would go out, and Uncle Darv would come and go. Dad was almost always gone, but as we got older, Bjorn went out and he started running tasks for Uncle Tony, and mainly I stayed at home helping with Grandma, and when Grandpa came back all sick, I helped take care of him as well.
Do you have a large family? It sounds like you did.
Well, there was Grandma, Grandpa, Dad, Uncle Darv, because Grandma and Grandpa only had 2 kids. And then Uncle Darv got married and had my cute little niece. And then my dad had...
Cousin.
Or cousin. Yeah, thank you. Had a cute little daughter, my cousin. And then my parents had 3 kids. I'm the youngest. There were others who lived in the cave as well, but Bjorn's the oldest.
It's the middle then.
Jaina.
Still at home?
No, she's out and about too. We were both sent out at the same time, but she headed north and I went south.
You're trying to find your brother, right?
To find Bjorn and help him with whatever he was doing.
But you found him. Did you were you able to tell your family that? I just used all your sendings, otherwise you could have told them.
He has this moment of realization. Like, no, I didn't. Oh wait.
I apologize.
Did I? I did write a letter. I did include that in the letter to Grandma.
Well, now you can do it whenever you want. Just try not to talk so much. You only have a few words.
Actually, I think they do know, because Bjorn was talking to me and he said that he talked to Uncle Tony, and Uncle Tony did talk to the others as well.
I see. This might be personal. You can say I don't want to talk about it. Why did you grow up away from everything? Just in a cave, do you know?
I mean, it was a good sized cave. I was just born there. It's what I knew.
You never wondered why or overheard? Were you never mischievous and snuck out during the night to listen in on conversations?
Well, I mean, Grandpa helped Uncle Tony, and Uncle Tony's who kept us in, and so we've been helping Uncle Tony.
What were you helping him with?
I don't know a whole lot about that. I know Uncle Tony was locked away, and Grandpa helped him get out, and so we went with him. And Uncle Tony has a pretty big family. There's a lot of people in the cave. Our family was just one of the families there, but we've just been helping Uncle Tony. Mainly, I've just been doing upkeep inside of the cave, but there was big problems happening. And when Grandpa came back, Uncle Tony got a little worried, and so he said that we needed to come back, because you weren't there at the beginning when the Paragon formed, but how do I describe it? He had strange markings all over his body, and he can't really talk anymore. And it kind of scared Uncle Tony a bit, and so he said that we needed to go out and help. We stopped hearing from some of the others, and we hadn't heard from Bjorn in quite a while, and so we assumed something bad had happened, and so he sent us out.
So you're all just trying to gather back home? Is that what's happening?
I want to help my brother. I want to find Uncle Darv. And I want to know what happened to Grandpa.
Can't ask?
That's kind of why we're out. We don't know exactly what's happening.
Seems like a quest.
Exciting one. I almost died in the first couple of days, but Dante saved me.
After you left home? That's how you met him?
Yeah, we came face to face with the cave bear, and then it was going to eat me. I knew it was going to eat me, but Dante came out and helped me.
And you were friends to the end.
It's not the end yet, just so you know.
To the end can be forever.
I can start sending to him too.
Yes, anyone you want. It's very. That sounds very nice for you. You have a lot of people to talk to.
Yeah. I think you would really like Aunt Belly. She's very neat and proper like you. A lot younger though.
Are you sure?
I mean, she's a tiefling. She's only a little bit older than me, but she doesn't seem to be.
Pretty old, but I am an elf. So it's a little different. Well, maybe one day I can meet your family then.
Oh, I would love that. I would love to go back and visit home.
Oh, we have to go to that mountain.
Well, it's pretty close to where that wizard is. It's not too far off. A couple days at most.
We'll see. Perhaps. We're just going around, aren't we?
Mm-hmm. I just want to help my brother in any way that I can. And Uncle Tony. He's been very nice.
I'm sure you'll do it, Wayne. You'll help them.
With that, you kind of see him like perk up, like, yeah, I could do this.
Valia's like, you just gave her so much information, and not all of it was. It was very confusing. Some of it sad, some of it interesting. So you're all excited, and she's like, "What the? Wait."
It makes
hiding
perfect
behind-
sense in his head.
Well, what's hiding behind? Because you said a lot of interesting stuff there. Very interesting.
Wayne is very much an open book. He just describes it in the way that he knows best.
Yeah.
He has nothing to hide or anything.
Eventually, after all is said and done, Vivi, you make your way to, after the 2 weeks, you amassed a decent amount of coin to go, like you said, invest in the blacksmith. So as you make your way there,
With Audubon.
this one, Artavon would actually already be there. As you are going, you have your collected money, and you see out in front of the workshop, you see Rosov there. That red plate armor is now enveloping her body as she slams her gauntlets together. Standing across from her, Artavon, do you want to describe your armor again?
Yes.
Oh, you're
muted, buddy.
muted.
You muted.
No, I'm not. You guys are crazy. I generated a picture. I'll try and show it so it will show something. But it's this. Come on, you can do it. The blur is being confused.
Oh.
But it's this dark gray,
yes.
ornate. He couldn't think of a helmet that works with Lupirian very well. You can try if you want. But he decided to go for more of a chain coif, like a hood, instead. And yeah, so there's an accent of green that goes all throughout it.
Oh, that's so cool.
But yeah, he's just trying to make it look as pristine and usable as possible at the same time. But yeah, so it's a dark gray with emerald green accents.
Love it.
It's pretty.
And
He hasn't worn comfortable armor like his whole life, so this is great.
And so, Vivi, you see Rosov smack her gauntlets together, just like, all right, little wolf. Let's test your mettle. And that is where we are going to go on to break. So we will be back in about 15-ish minutes. So
Missions.
for missions, 15 minutes. So for player reference, be back at about 6:45. Does that work?
Yeah.
We will see you all in a bit. We're gonna pick up right where we left off.
And the armor was nice while I had it.
So, for this, just to set the scene once more, you see Rosov. She smacks her gauntlets together. She's wearing this full plate suit, tinted red. And you can, Artaban, you see her steely eyes focusing on you through the slits on her helmet. As she carries no weapon, but raises her fists in a pugilist type stance.
Now I hear that you started the music. What are you hoping to do? Should we do a full-on spa?
And
spar.
Yeah,
I suppose in that accent, sounds like I said spa.
And with that, she nods at you, and she's like, "There is more to armor than just your ability. You have to move with it, become one with it. Combat is the fastest way to make that happen. No holds barred."
That is to it then.
All right. And do you don your hammer and shield as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go Artaban!
Go ahead and roll initiative for me, please.
Oh yeah, sick.
I basically stumbled into them about to get into a fight.
Yep. As you now see for the first time, Artaban's armor complete.
You just like raise a hammer at you in greeting.
All right. Rosab got a 19.
Oh, so close.
I made a whole like D&D Beyond character sheet for her.
Nice.
All right. So, Artaban, as she gets ready, you see her go twist her ankle, and then with
that's too bad.
and then yeah, she like twists her ankle,
Sorry.
and then shoots from the ground, leaving behind a little divot of which she kicked out of in the gravel beneath her, moving with a speed that seems almost unnatural in armor that bulky and heavy of someone her size. Is she is going to take her first attack on ya. And that is a 21 to hit.
Oh!
That'll just hit.
Just hits. As she goes, you feel it impact ya. And she is also so you feel that impact. Feel that impact, and the armor is sturdy, but her fist, you just feel it reverberate through you. That is 12 bludgeoning damage.
All right.
That was max damage.
Oh, kind of taken off guard a little bit by the sudden agility, sewn in plate. He would, immediately go and try and get a nice quick swing off, get some distance, and going for that.
She does have a second attack.
When it's his turn, he would love to do so. He's like, all right, my turn.
So he goes in, and then she's going to do basically a left hook to your side, and that is a 15 to hit.
Ooh.
So as the left hook is coming in, yeah, you can go ahead and do what you were doing.
As I block that one, bring in the swing. That is a 17 to hit.
As you swing the hammer, she raises it and catches the haft of it with her gauntlet and just stops it dead in its track. You just hear this loud "hum" as it hums. As
Is she grappling my weapon?
No, it hit the outside.
Gavin,
I'll take it back then.
Yes, BB.
as the two of them are beginning to spar, Vivi takes a step back, looks around. It's the middle of the day, right?
Mm-hmm.
I take a step back, look around,
Oh, I step right up. Make your bets. Place your bets. Who's putting money on the big people, fam? Who's putting money on? And I start like taking bet money, and I'm gonna be a bookie for the fight. Like,
Oh my gosh, that's amazing!
Let's go. Who's betting on
I would say, yeah. You don't even have to try. Yeah, there's a bunch of people starting to gather.
And
Evie, I'm shy.
whatever money people give me, I just start pooling, and it's
Yes,
gonna
ma'am.
be it's gonna be like winners split the winnings, and the house takes 10%.
Does this mean there's going to be a chance that all of us will be able to see this fight happening?
Wayne and Cosmo were already there. The only one that weren't there.
Okay, is there a chance that I'll be able to see this fight happening then? I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe while you're wandering around, you might hear Vivi, might see a crowd gathering.
It is almost lunchtime.
Yeah, we always meet for lunch.
All right. So that first one was a 15 to hit. So she is going to use her reaction and a superiority die to repulse that.
No.
And go in for another punch. That is only a 9 to hit, so that misses. So she blocks it with her left hand, blocking with the haft of the hammer, and then goes in for a straight arm punch right to the chest. But you bring in your shield, and it knocks you back just a little bit. You slide back a couple inches on the ground.
Okay, and I'll go with the follow-up swing. There we go. 25 to hit.
That definitely hits. Go ahead and roll that damage.
Yeah!
Minimum 7 damage.
All right. You see her recoil from that a little bit. As she steps back, you hear the armor clinking, and she's disoriented for a bit, and then she goes and steadies herself again.
Gonna do a little tap on his shield and do like a little nod, like he's getting excited. Like, come on, your turn, or like, let's do this. It's your turn initiative. Go.
And so you see her. She kind of crouches down low, placing one hand on the ground, and then you see her leap towards the workshop. Kind of like leap towards the workshop and plant both of her feet on the pillars that support the pavilion, and then kick off of that at a flying punch kind of towards you.
What are you? He's like, that's like a jump scare attack right there. Like,
yep. and that is an 11 to hit. So you manages. With the unexpectedness, it does hit the armor, but doesn't do damage, as the armor just absorbs the blow. So you feel the vibrations, but not the damage. And as you shout that out, you hear Cora go, "Crazy is what she is."
I'm gathering.
And as she lands, she digs her hands in, and then lands past you. And you see she kind of, as part of getting up, she swings her legs around and goes for a kick at you.
Okay.
For another 13 to hit. Once again, hits the armor, but you don't feel the damage. And then she kind of twirls around and gets back up in a ready stance. And you see she tilts her head. Very solid. Looks like it can withstand some serious hits.
I feel like with the crazy jumping off a pillar and anime flying at him, he would kind of instinctively go to like cast Hunter's Mark. This is getting the adrenaline pump, and he's feeling the thrill of combat, and goes to try and cast it. Realizes he can't, and that's going to be like a thing later on, as he realizes he doesn't have his ability to cast Hunter's Mark anymore. But quickly, kind of like getting out of that stupor for a moment, he's going to go in for the attack.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack roll.
21.
That does hit.
Nice.
Minimum again, 7.
As she goes in, she gets ready to dodge, but you readjust your swing as it goes and manage to hit right into her shoulder plate as you just hear a grunt as she's forced down to one knee from it.
He goes in for another swing, but only gets a 16.
And
As she's down, trying to go up.
Yeah, the second swing, she crosses her arms like this as the hammer hits it, and it scoots her back a little ways. All right. Then, if that's the case, she is going to. Just charge right up at you and just do 2 quick jabs at your head. So the first strike
My armor, though.
is a dirty 20.
Oh.
That'll miss.
All right, as you raise your shield, deflecting it, and then the second jab is gonna, so 1 for the head and then 1 right for the gut. That is just a 9 to hit again as it hits the armor, and you're pushed back again, but once again you don't feel the damage from it. And as you're pushed back a bit, you see her shake out her hand a
He's gonna
bit,
shake his shoulder on that one.
but she is then she is going to close that distance again and just get kind of right in your face, but it is your turn.
Closing that up, I get a critical failure because it scared me. I peed a little bit. But I quickly recover for 19.
19 just misses.
Oh, I roll damage. Can I use it?
How much damage was
So
it?
close. No, it's fine. It was a 12 damage, but
12
it was
damage. As you go, so you stumble while trying to get the first one. When you find your footing, you bring the hammer down, and she sidesteps it as the hammer hits the ground and causes cracks to form in the stone. As you just hear this dull thud in it. And with that, you start to notice that there's a crowd gathering. They're starting to cheer.
That's why I got the 1, because I'm getting a little stage fright.
Yeah. Rude. And it is now her turn. First strike, she is going to get a 25 to hit.
That'll do.
So she is going to go in, as she's kind of up in your face, she's going to duck down and send a plated elbow kind of into your ribs for another 12 bludgeoning damage. Max damage again.
I get 1 and 1. She gets max both.
And then she's gonna kind of go and follow that up with by bringing the gauntlet up from the elbow strike and just kind of doing a flat smack on you bit. That is a 17 to hit, which does not hit.
Ooh.
And that one forces you back again, not really doing the contact. But then she's gonna action surge and go in for another punch, which is only a 13 to hit. As she goes in for it, you bring your hammer down, knock her hand aside, but she goes in with the left hand following that for an 11 to hit. And that one does connect, but once again, just does not break through the defenses of your armor. You feel the inner cushioning that Vivi provided also.
Yeah, the cushioning's
put in
really
some
nice.
work. And then
More
you
cushion
see,
for the pushing is what they say. That's the saying.
yeah, but she is going to stay kind of really, really close, trying to stay in between you and your hammer.
I think I'll go with a big up hand swing, trying to like kind of push her back and then close to get the perfect distance with a 14.
14
that
does
missed.
not hit.
But the second one does. It's a 21.
Yep, that will hit.
So I didn't quite hit, but he quickly brings it back down for 10 damage.
10 damage, nice.
Well done.
But she's still really close. We could hug right now.
Yeah, and as she kind of stumbles back from it, as she stumbles back, you hear the armor, you hear her armor clinking, and you heard her like kind of grunt in pain. with that, and she kind of looks at you, just like, part of forging armor is you know where it's at its weakest too. See if you can find mine. And then she is gonna go in for a jump up and go with both fists down. Or
she's scary.
that is a dirty 20.
Just misses.
And so you bring your shield up, but the force of it forces you down onto one knee. And as you're down, as she lands, she is going to try and bring her own knee up to hit you. For a 9 to hit, that does not hit. And so as you're doing that, she goes, and you use your gauntleted your armored plated forearm to kind of go and just dole the blow of her knee coming up, managing to push her off and get some footing to get back up.
Now, do we want to mechanically make me look for a weak spot, or just keep smacking and say I found it awesome and narratively?
I will leave that up to you.
All right, I'm gonna see if I can find that weak spot real quick.
Okay.
Perception or investigation?
I will leave that up to your choice.
Aha, perception. That's a 19.
19. So the thing that you notice of how she's able to move so nimbly is some of the plating is missing in her underarms. Missing in the underarms, and then there are the gaps around her pelvis and knees, behind the knees. They seem to be a bit larger to allow more freedom of movement.
Very well. So yeah, kind of looking at all those spots like a shotgun gun, he goes in for a swing.
All right.
Another one. I saw all these people.
And as you go in, she is going to use her reaction and superiority die to repulse that. Or a natural 1 for a total of 8.
Right?
And so as you go in for it, it's kind of an awkward thing. You go and you stumble forward, and she was expecting to just catch it. But since you stumbled forward, she stumbles forward into you, trying to block you, and she has to like shove you off a little bit.
Graceful. Okay, second hit is a 15. As I'm trying to get my balance, I'm like, oh, wild swing.
Yeah, it does not hit. She just backs out of the reach of it, just barely, and then is going to go in for a right hook. For a critical hit, natural 20. And she is going to deal 15 points of bludgeoning damage to you.
She found my spot.
As she goes in and gets one she takes her fist and kind of makes it a bit taller like that for a more fine point, and kind of just does a knuckle punch right in between two of the plates of your armor, right in a pressure point, as you feel pain, right in hitting a nerve, as you feel pain shoot through your whole body. And then she's going to go
I know what that feels like. I don't like it.
Second hit, which is only a 12 to hit. So after that, you recover and manage to tank that second blow coming from her other hand.
You can definitely see Artavan wince at that, but feeling like an actual good amount of pain on that one. He's like stepping into game mode, like he's going to focus mode right now. And trying to be serious. That is a 18 to hit.
That does not hit.
But he's a lot more serious, but the second one hits.
21. All right. Yeah. Yeah, what was the second one?
21 to hit.
That will hit.
8 damage.
8 damage. Okay. As second one, after that, you reel from that, but manage to get a solid swing yourself, hitting her right in the underarm area, as you just hear the wind get knocked out of her as she stumbles back a little bit.
Being extra attentive to, his ribs are hurting, so he's like guarding that. So he's defensive mode.
All right, and she is going to charge in, duck down low, and go for a gut punch. Or a natural 1. So as she goes in for it, you manage
What the
to
hell?
you manage to sidestep it, and she stumbles a bit, but recovering quickly, she puts her right foot forward, pivots, and then spins around to hit you with the backward elbow for a 10 to hit. And once again, clanks against your armor. You're pushed back a bit, but does not cause any damage.
What happens when two tanks fight?
Yup.
All right. I try and hit her with an 11. Feel super confident. So instead, I get a 10.
Oh no!
That was a 2 and a 1.
And,
Oh
and
no!
so
To hit.
what the rest of you are seeing is you're seeing them
He's getting
clash,
tired.
and there's just this loud clanking and humming that reverberates from each strike, but you can just see the density of both their armors are just not allowing for a anything to go through. And before her turn starts, she's going to use her reaction and a superiority die that's wrong one. To only get a 19 to hit, and once again just clanks off the armor, and you see her shake out her hand a little bit again, and she's gonna go in for her 2 strikes. First one is a 13 to hit, which misses, and the second one is a 23 to hit. So the first one she goes as she rushes in. You raise your shield to block. It was just going to be a direct punch to the central mass, and as you block it, you feel the fist impact, but then you see her gauntlets wrap around both sides of the shield and force it up a little bit as she brings in a knee to your gut for a total of 7 bludgeoning
Shooting.
damage.
Shooting, she's shooting.
Mhm.
Oh, okay, yeah, he's feeling it now, Mr. Krabs. Oh boy.
All right, it is your turn.
Going for a couple of quick attacks. That's a 28 to hit.
That will definitely hit.
Second one's a
Yeah.
19, but the first one, oof, that's a good hit right there. That's another one for, so 7.
7 damage.
Yeah. Her armor's really good.
As she goes and she kind of reels from it a little bit, and then you see her go, stand up straight, roll her shoulders back. You have now successfully bloodied her with
good.
that.
Oh.
And with that, she's like, "Your armor is strong. It will serve you. It will serve you well." And she kind of go, and she
Is she coming at me?
and so she goes. She takes off her helmet. She takes off her helmet, and she goes, "All right, let me have a look at you."
12
And
hit. No, okay.
and as she goes,
Wait, who won?
And she's like, "All right, arms out."
Out of on one. Hee.
I don't think I did. But
I used
And-
prestidigitation
Oh, look, it's
and
my
minor
hand.
illusion to do fireworks as he wins.
And she goes and she inspects it. Very minor dents. This is solid. And gives a couple soft knocks on the armor here and the kung kung. Well, Artavon, you have my seal of approval.
Yay.
blood starts coming out of his mouth.
Oh no.
It's a good fight.
It's just a bunch of missing teeth.
I wasn't on the verge of being mortal or anything. You were.
Vivi starts hustling the crowd, handing out little payments here. You win, you lose, and I take 10%.
All right, so you manage to get about 5 gold from that.
5 gold. Yeah, baby.
Yes.
So, and so as the fight ends, Your Corgo. And Corgo's just like, oh. There is few things more beautiful than the sound of metal on metal. Your armor hums with the soul of a true artist, my friend. As he goes and he tries to help you back to the pavilion.
Congratulations, Artavan!
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the show. Here's the armor. First
You
time
did
wearing
so
it.
good. It's so nice.
He's saying that like to everyone, because I imagine everyone's all here.
Yeah.
Yeah, Amelia, you would have seen the
Privy to it.
commotion and arrived to see that.
Cosmo will like gently pat his shoulder so she doesn't hurt him.
Just gonna sit down for a moment.
Yeah, take it
And
easy.
you can't. He's gonna turn his head because you can tell there's pain. There's tear pain.
Do you want some water? She'll like hold out her flask.
That'll be good. That'll be great. Okay.
This will help you feel better. And then I'm gonna do a second level cure wounds on you. For 17 healing.
Wow.
Nice.
Okay, thank you.
And Rosop begins doffing her armor and placing it back on the mannequin. But as she's doing that, you hear her talking, and whenever she makes a move, she like kind of grunts in pain as well. And she's like, "Well, I believe that armor should prove worthy for him to at least begin teaching you. You must continue to prove yourself to him, though, as he gives you more projects. But that is only the second step. The first step is the trial of strength with the gatekeeper outside of Agramar. That, well, will include all of you. For all of you to gain entry.
Oh. I might be okay because I'm pretty strong.
I'll just wait outside. I will not make it in.
I'll help you.
You can.
Metaphorical strength. There are some wizards that have
Oh.
made their way in.
I might not get through then.
You're
Metaphorical
only strong
strength isn't my
physically, not
strength.
metaphorically.
Yeah. My strength is in these, not this.
Well, to
Can
put
never
it
thank
into
you.
to put it into perspective, Corgil and I had to go and slay a herd of spine shells, alabaster spine shells, which proved
Oh.
incredibly dangerous. So it's more a test of might
Oh.
and skill, because
Okay.
as influential as our teacher is, he is just a citizen of that settlement. He is not their leader, just a well-respected member of the community. They thrive on strength, and only let those who prove themselves in, regardless of how that strength may manifest.
Interesting. I can never thank you enough for all the help and the instruction and allowing me to do this. If it's all right with you, I'll just buffer out the last of this before anything else. But go ahead, Vivi.
But there is a way we can thank her properly. Yeah.
Right.
I'll let you do the honors. And I hand you a big fat just chonky bag of clinky gold.
My friend Vivi here has procured a large sum of money. We wish to sort of, what's the word, Vivi?
Invest.
Invest. We would like to invest in your business. Mikhail looks at you with a thumbs up, like he's never done this before.
You see them, they kind of look at each other. And Corgil's just like, How much is in that?
110 gold.
And they kind of as they kind of look at each other again. And they kind of shrug, and he goes, and Ardavan Corgil goes as if he's going to take the bag of gold, but then he gently pushes it back towards you. My friend, forging with you is gift enough. We
I'm like, I look at like Vivi, like, is that okay? Is
Is that an option?
I guess
You
you
are-
made a friend.
I didn't practice for this.
Cards. Where are my cards?
Well, friendship is worth at least twice as much as the gold.
You will always have a place to stay here with us, my friend. We are artists. Our souls are very connected. And
A
your
little
soul
blacksmith.
shows in your metal.
A little blacksmith forearm clasp and a bro nod at that.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
That's all right. I have another idea we can do with this.
Hmm?
No, later. It's not the time right now.
Well, that being said, we were planning on possibly moving shop. As much as we love it here, and even with recent events, we've noticed that, well, we won't be having to spend as much money on repairs now with a certain little shit gone and dead.
Little.
So, something that we've been planning on doing for quite a while now is moving up to Storasil.
It's for some people. We have a dear friend who's from there.
And
Right away?
Yeah.
and you see
Wait.
Rose you see like
Yes.
yeah you see Rosov just like, don't worry, only one of us is going. This shop will still be here.
All right. Well, you'll have to let us know the name and location of your shop once it's all set up.
We already have a name. This is very creative, if I do say so myself. And Rosov just leans over. It's just Black Anvil Storasil. That's it.
Ooh, I love
It's
that name.
amazing. Yeah. It's
Truly
amazing.
inspired.
But should you ever require our services, then do not hesitate to seek us out.
Will your forge be going up to Storasil, or will it be staying here?
Well, that is for me to find out. I will be making the trip to Agramar to request another forge fragment. So it is not set in stone yet if I can open up shop there yet.
Well, thank you again. Your help has been monumental for me. If you don't mind, I think my companions and I have a good amount to speak about regarding what it is we're going to do as well. Our future as well.
Well. And Rosov Rosov kind of, as she finishes taking off her armor, you see her, she finally rests the helmet on there, and she kind of looks longingly at the armor. Just like, or perhaps instead of that, Corgil, maybe we could take on the road again. And she looks at Artavan and then back to her brother. That fight got me reminiscing about the old days. I will say I do miss the thrill. I am not entirely opposed to the idea, but we must discuss it later. As for now, well, you've been helping Artavan here. I've been working on my own project. Alright, and you see him, he goes and opens up this metal storage crate kind of in the corner. You see him reach in, you hear the clinking of metal. As Cosmo, you see him pull out the breastplate that you drew up.
Yes.
And sets it on the table before you. Would you like to describe what it looks like?
Yes. I'm going to send it in the Discord chat for all our members, but to the audience, it's a little bit lighter than Artavan's armor, and it is segmented at the bottom, and there's a segmented pauldron on the side, and there is a design inlaid into the breastplate itself.
Yes, there is.
Of a mind
There
flayer.
is a design.
Of a mind flayer.
A mind flayer.
I'm going to go like this. Real quick.
Cosmo, what? Is this something you're trying to tell us?
Well,
Has the thing inside of your head been... Do you have a worm in you?
No. I wanted to make something better than this, chainmail. As much as it's helped me, protected me, seeing the way that all the armor here was created, it inspired me to commission my own piece. Oh boy. And I wanted to make it special. Commemorate our first victory as a fully formed group. And
I just gotta say, above
It
table,
looks
this
great.
is the Dungeon Master talking. Holy crap, this looks awesome.
It does look
you.
I have it up on stream so the audience can see it.
I had so much fun making this.
Ooh.
Oh my
Sean, you should
gosh.
send in the picture so then we can see your armor too. You should send it in the Discord.
Yeah. But yeah, now I can finally get that stupid shirt out of my inventory, so I won't have disadvantage on stealth anymore. That stupid disadvantage is gone now. This is so exciting for me. Oh my goodness.
It looks so cool
And
though. I love the pauldron. It's just awesome.
Thank you. Pauldrons
and
are
then
like
Sean's.
my favorite.
Yeah, but mine's just AI art. It's not real art.
Yeah,
But it still looks so cool.
It does look cool. I'm great with descriptive words,
Mhm. Yeah, it's fine.
One
It's
of my
totally
skills.
fine.
I mean, when he had to type in green,
Emerald green.
he almost forgot the second E.
Emerald green.
Oops, didn't mean to do that. That's the wrong one.
Tabletop audio.
That's just adding in random music. It's wigging out on me. It didn't like me adding stuff on my poor computer. Anyway, back to the game. We're playing a game. You do see kind of going, but as the both siblings kind of look at you just like, Artavan? Paragon? It has been a pleasure to have you. We thank you for your time and your company. But we do have more work to do, so feel free to stop by whenever you have a chance.
Will do. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I love it.
And they nod, and then they both. Oh, it's on Andrew's thing.
You can see
So
part of
cool.
it.
Yeah.
Don't mind.
You should put it behind. You should put it behind Sean. What are you doing?
I can't control his stuff.
I'm waiting.
But yeah. So they return to work. As the day draws to a close, Paragon, what are you doing?
So I'm gonna take that 110 gold that was politely refused, and I'm gonna take it instead to the presumed town orphanage and give it to them to help fund their projects.
All right. Yeah. Each major city kind of has something of it, or something to that effect, whether it's a dedicated orphanage or just a temple that might function as one as well. Ashwindale being as big as it is, it used to be the capital of Alabast before Storasil became a mega city. Yeah, they definitely have that, and you are thanked profusely by the caretakers there as they accept it.
Oh, of course. Just help the little ones. Just help them. They in their time of need. You know. It's okay.
Yeah. So.
And when they want to learn how to work a crowd, send them to meet Vivi. You just send him to Uncle Vivi.
What does it mean to work a crowd?
Oh, to earn money through the arts, of course.
Oh.
Yeah.
I know a guy named Vivi. We should send you to him.
Yeah.
He'll teach you.
Just send him to Uncle Vivi.
Yeah. So they wholeheartedly and accept your donation and thank you profusely with a very tearful thank you from it. And
meanwhile, Princess is like just lapping up the attention of every orphan.
Yeah. 100%. All
Just
these
like-
kids are.
Just like the most attention hungry cat,
Mhm.
but a little monkey.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Oh yeah. All those kids are absolutely loving Princess.
That's a little attention whore.
Right. But as the day draws to a close, the sun sets over Ashwindale. A light ashfall begins to blanket, resembling snow, but it's still pretty darn warm outside. What do you do?
I think once, we're together with some decent lighting, he would just kind of hold out his arms and... So, what do you guys think? Pretty proud of it myself.
Oh, it's so nice. Oh my goodness. You're really good at this.
I think the green was a good choice.
Vivi, you're so quiet. Let's see if we can decipher what you say.
He's doing sign language.
Somebody's cast silence on him and from the other side.
Oh, I didn't realize. I didn't realize it was needed. I think that the testicles was an interesting choice that you made there.
Yeah, Cosmo, that was a
Oh,
interesting...
oh, you're talking about mine now. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Right, you also got your work done.
Yeah.
Tentacles.
Yeah.
Testicles.
That's the other one.
It's on the backside.
That's twice in one campaign I've alluded to genitalia. I'm sorry. I gotta stop. I gotta slow down here.
You gotta save it for the right moments, not every moment. But yeah, I mean, it just came to me,
Hmm. For some reason, I want calamari. I wonder why.
What's
I'm
calamari?
really hungry
I could go for
lately.
some fish.
Squid.
Ah.
Ah.
Makes sense.
Ew.
I mean... Well, now I gotta do something about this poncho, though, because it's, covering the whole thing. So let me just, Any of you got a knife on you I could use? Oh, thank you. And then she'll just start cutting up her poncho and make it all into more of a cowl. Like a fur cowl. And she'll use the leftover pieces to, like, I think she has some rope in her pack. I may be wrong.
You
need some rope?
should have some rope. It's part of the starting equipment.
Okay, so she's gonna take a section of that rope and cut it up and, like, fashion a little, not a skirt, but, like, there's fur hanging in the front.
Yeah, I forget what those are called, but
Yeah, I forget what it's called too, but she does that.
Like the bottom half of a tabard almost.
Yeah. And she just, like, ties it around at her waist and then uses the other awkward little bits to, like, tie around her arms, like right here. So more of the classic barbarian look, you guys. Now that her poncho is all cut up and, you can see more of the tattoos on her arms. It's great. She stands out more because there's more yellow showing, but it's great.
While Cosmo's doing that, how is Amelia looking? How is she doing? Like,
She's fine. She's just there. I'm just my brain is like dying, so I'm having a hard time focusing right now. It's a personal me thing. She's interacting with you guys. I'm just having a hard time right now.
She's just talking to us in Simlish.
That's a good point, Amelia. I agree.
Yeah. New look, Cosmo. I'm excited. And new look,
Artavon.
Artavon. Yes!
yeah.
He gets the big, bulky, awesome
Yeah,
arm.
like I was saying, I think the green really fits you.
Yeah, it does.
I am pleasantly surprised. Yeah.
It compliments your
Yeah,
fur very
I'm glad you
well.
took my advice. It looks very good on you.
Thank you for the advice. And I'll take Cosmos when I make something for you. Probably. Purple, noble.
Oh.
Purple equals noble.
I am curious though, Cosmo. We did mention it. Why did you pick a mind flayer to have on your armor?
Well, it's because it was the first victory we had as a complete group. I mean, you had just joined, technically, but, And, as I was kind of missing Dante a bit, so, I wanted to have something that also included him. Just one of our biggest victories. Because, we did that whole thing because of him. And,
I think Dante would love it.
Yeah. I'm so going to show it to him when we see him again.
Oh, guess what? Amelia, she helped me learn the sending spell.
Really? Oh my goodness!
So we can talk to Dante.
Oh, that's amazing! Oh!
Like, he already knew it, I'm pretty sure. He just sent a message for me.
Yeah, it was all Amelia. She helped me.
Oh my
Good job,
goodness.
Amelia.
We could find out where he is, and we could send stuff to him. Like a little care package.
And he kind of turned to Amelia. Is that possible?
Perhaps when we're a little stronger, something like that could happen, but I don't think we're capable of it currently.
For now, we can send messages.
Well, yeah, you can send a message, and in his response, he could tell us where he is, and we can...
No, it feels more like this. And then I'm going to do I can't cast sending, but I'm going to do the earring of message, and I'm just going to whisper to Cosmo. It sounds like it's a message in your head. It's not an actual name.
I see what she's saying. If Dante tells us where he is, then we can go to a courier and maybe they'll send a little gift package.
Yeah.
It's not a bad idea. That's really cool, Wayne. I hope that will come in handy. Maybe you can even talk to your uncle. Who knows? Maybe that'll help a lot.
I
Oh,
want to talk to Uncle Dar and Uncle Tony. And maybe I can send a message to Grandma, too. I don't think Jaina would want to hear
Or
from me.
they'd almost all of them would love to hear from you. It would be good to discuss sort of what we plan on doing from here on. Because, of course, I have my, I intend to be instructed by a master on top of the mountain, but it seems a very big and potentially time-consuming task for an entire group. Unless we can find some other, important reason for all of us to go. I don't think it's necessarily urgent that we go right now. Is there, I don't know, any thoughts that all of you have had over the past 2 weeks about maybe something that you wish to accomplish yourself, what you want to do, or anything like that?
Talking with Amelia earlier, kind of brought back some. I've discussed it with you all in the past. Remember when I told you my grandpa, he has strange markings all over him.
Right.
We haven't talked about it in weeks or perhaps months, but I still want to know what happened to him. And I want to help Bjorn. And I want to make sure Uncle Darv's okay too.
Whereabouts is your home? Is it close to visit and to sort of check up on your family?
Yeah, they're called the White Spine Mountains.
Yep.
Yeah. There's some passages through the White Spine Mountains. Not too far. Where we were at Spine Watch, if you travel for a week or two into the mountains, perhaps less, depending on the route you take, you can make it back to my home. I would love to visit Grandma.
I'd love to see this strange home you've been talking about all this time. Sounds exotic.
It is really lovely. I do like it there. I do miss home. I could show you all my books.
that would be awesome.
See if they're the same as the ones I read growing up. Not sure, but maybe. I'm good with going. I just wish to see more of what exists other than the home I grew up in.
But also, and I would look to Cosmo. What about what that demon said?
That can come later. There's no urgency right now. I'm fine going with whatever you guys want to do. I'd like to meet your family.
You see Wayne kind of getting excited, like, does this mean we're gonna go home?
Maybe.
We might be able to stop by even my home on the way.
That would be awesome.
It's a little out of the way.
That's okay.
It's closer if we go here. But, I mean, we can visit homes and kind of go from there, whatever it is. The whole point is that we're just a group of adventurers traveling together and trying to help each other with next steps in our lives.
Well, I wonder what Uncle Darv will say if I try to send him a message. I haven't heard from him in over a year, so I don't know. I don't know where he's at. I don't know how he's doing.
quickly, before we continue forward with this way of thought and our planning, speaking from the experience, well, I have people back home I don't wish to get hurt, and we have been running into some unsavory people, some questionable individuals. I don't know if, unless I knew for sure they weren't going to be following us or interested in us, I'm not sure I would want to bring them closer to those that I care about. So I'm not sure if you hadn't thought of that yet, or if we would want to at least figure out the motives of these people before we go and bring trouble to our families.
It's not likely that they'd find my home.
One of them is a demon. We don't know what they know or where they could go.
I think
It's fine. Uncle Tony's there. He keeps the place safe.
I think it's less of a knowing where your home is and knowing where we are and following us, because we've already seen the whatever the killer. What was his face? What's his name?
Mortician.
Mortician. Aye. The mortician apparently has been watching us for a while. I mean, apparently he's fascinated with me, and that's kind of annoying, but that means he's been watching. So Amelia does bring up a good potential point that we might want to consider waiting.
If anyone
to
could
home.
fight the mortician, it would definitely be Uncle Tony. He's pretty strong.
I don't doubt
Well,
that.
that's what Papa and he and my father are terrified of the magician. They could never catch him. So I merely wish to warn you and to make you think. It's just something to think about.
I think Uncle Tony will keep us safe. If there's any place that's going to be safe, it's going to be home.
It is also to consider that he is apparently involved with the entire, cultist network. There's only so much one man can fend off, if the case may be. If we become too big of targets, you never know. It takes one rest and then it's all over. So,
Well,
it is
seeing as Bjorn is with the cultists right now, and I know very little, but my suspicions, and I've been reviewing my notes and what I've been thinking, I think they might be somewhat related to the markings on my grandpa. I don't know for sure, but Bjorn is very smart, and I trust his judgment.
very well. Yes, these are just the terms and conditions. If you'll sign here, you might be followed.
I'm not going to read any of those. I'm going to hit agree.
Plus, it'd be good for us to visit the the job board, see if anything we can do on the way, get things done.
We still need to
before we
visit the
travel.
geysers.
We do. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We do. Yeah, we do.
Yes, that would be cool. It's in our trajectory, isn't it?
I mean, we'll have to circle back, but that's okay.
We have time.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, shouldn't we get some flasks? Did we ever get some flasks to collect it? They said to talk to a blacksmith, and then
Well, we have a bunch of those water spikes still.
oh, but this is for geyser water. I don't.
Oh well.
Unless is it the same?
I feel like-
Artavan, you might know it.
Wasn't there something we're supposed to collect for somebody?
Yeah, it's
That's good.
basically acid.
All right, that's what it is. Okay.
Okay, so
Right.
perhaps we could do that first.
Yeah. Then we can circle back and then go that way again. Possibly, since
Aldavon said Sveftin is at near the base of the mountain. We could go there first, and then go up to Wayne's place, and then.
Well, and first thing in
we
the
can-
morning, I'll send a message to Uncle Darv to see what he says.
Yeah. And then Aldavon can go to the blacksmith master's place. Sound good?
Thoughts, Phoebe?
Yeah,
Princess?
let's do that.
I'm in it for the long run. Let's go.
Yeah.
All right. I think we have a heading then.
Mm-hmm. We have a plan.
And if you still want, Wayne, we can make our way to visit your family, and I would be all for it.
And you just kind of see him like get all like happy and kind of like excited about that, but he doesn't really say much.
I'm gonna see if they have fish here.
So, with a new plan in mind, eventually you all head to bed, and sleep takes you.
Oh, thank God.
So you can all mark off that long rest as
Take me.
Woo.
the morning finds you. This place, the Roosted Wyvern, you've been here for the better part of a month now, and it's starting to feel super cozy to you. And it almost is beginning to look alien as you start to pack up your belongings the next morning. What do you do?
First thing when I wake up, I want to send a message. I want to cast sending one time.
Okay.
Check jobs boards on the way out of town.
Alrighty.
I have scale mail. I don't know what to do with.
So, I'm just gonna send one. I'm gonna send it. I'm gonna imagine Uncle Darv in my mind. Hi, Uncle Darv. This is Wayne. I hope you're doing okay. Where are you? Are you safe? Where can we find you? Did you find anything for Grandpa?
Is that where you end it?
Yeah.
After a few moments of silence, you just hear, "You got that smell too?" Sorry. In Storasil, this whole cult thing, it's like a scam. Not thousands, just dozens. Dangerous.
Yeah. I would get all excited. I would like rush out of the room. Guys, Uncle Darv's okay.
Yes! Did you get to find out where he is?
I think he said he was in Storasil. He said the cult,
No
there's
way.
not thousands, there's only dozens. Dangerous.
My goodness, that's a lot of information. Oh my goodness. He's in Storasil. Everybody seems to be going to Storasil. This is great. Then we'll be able to see so many people just going there.
We'll have to stop by on the way up because I also promised Dante I would do something for him.
Yes.
Only dozens, huh?
Oh yeah, but he said he's okay, so that's the most important part.
Yes, that's good.
Very
That's
nice.
good.
Also, what did he mean by dozens? As it's now it's clicking. A little bit slower.
Well, it means there's
Very
not as
true.
many as I thought there were. In the
1
beginning.
dozen, 2 dozen, 5 dozen, 12 dozen? We don't know.
1,000
true.
dozens.
At least not a million.
At least not hundreds.
Well, that's good to hear.
Yeah.
I think I'd kind of look over to Amelia and just ask, do you mind if we spoke for a little bit?
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. Probably, if your room? Hallway, we can go on a walk. I don't know.
If you want it to be private, I don't mind otherwise.
I think starting out probably a good idea. Just to be safe.
Let's go on a walk.
Very well. We'll be right back.
Out of character. Ooh, walk.
It could never happen.
That won't stop me.
I know. You're the artist.
I can dream, Harold.
You can fan art whatever you want.
Yeah, I can. Or at least I could. I could draw characters interacting.
So yeah, I think as we're just kind of walking out, so I guess how have you been? Looking at you in real life.
I've been doing very well. Just the first couple days were just kind of gathering my bearings, but I'm well. How about you?
I'm in the same boat. I wanted to apologize for my display. It wasn't normally. That wasn't very me. It didn't feel like me. And I know it was a horrifying sight, and I imagine that's why you fled. And I wanted to kind of address that and apologize and say that I am not a perfect being. I actually really needed these 2 weeks of blacksmithing to truly get my mind on something else. If I'm being completely honest with you, I'm completely at a loss, and I don't know what to make of it myself. And so I just kind of want to give this opportunity for us to be, for at least me to be open with you.
She'll be quiet just for like 10, 15 seconds. Just kind of thinking what you said. You know, Ardavan, I was very embarrassed after what happened. That's mostly what kept me from talking about this. I was grateful, actually, that you had something that could force this conversation to go on a little bit further, so we wouldn't have to address it right away. Directly after what happened, Vivi came and spoke with me and gave me a little bit of perspective on myself. Something that I didn't really think about too much. He told me that I have, in his words, a good heart. And that because of that, it sort of colored the way I see everyone around me. And I do think he was right. I do think when I look at people, I generally think that they are good and they'll make good decisions and the right ones. Even in difficult situations. And I had no reason to doubt that. I do wish to apologize. I have unfairly judged you by putting you in that category. That isn't to say that I don't think you're good. I do. I truly think you have a very good heart. But in the moment that got challenged, I just threw that perception away of how I believed in you. That is where my embarrassment came in. In like the moment that I was challenged, I guess base instinct and feeling came out. That's why I was afraid. You're good. You're a good man.
I appreciate your honesty. I think it would be very interesting for you to meet my home. I feel like my definition of what is a good person is very different from many people. My home is full of, outcasts, people who have been exiled, people who are running away. And some of them deserve it. Some of them came from shady backgrounds. Some of them stole, robbed. There's Gary, who killed a man. And the point is, our little hovel is a very happy place. Try not to speak in Spanish. Aunque, even though we all have these questionable origins, there's still so much more. On paper, people would see many of the residents of my home as criminals, as bandits, bad guys. But getting that little bit of perspective to know that there is that potential in everyone, that we can all be good. I don't judge you at all for making that assumption of me. If I was in your position, I honestly feel like I'd be in the same boat. I wouldn't know what to think of this person killing someone right in front of them in such a horrific way. I don't think you've made a poor judgment in the slightest. I'm glad that you have been able to truly think about it and everything, and I hope that I can sort of redeem myself in your eyes and show you and myself who I truly am. If I can be honest with you, after I killed Agatha, I relinquished the oath I made. And it's left a hole inside of me. I no longer seem to be able to do all the things I was able to before. I feel this swirling of something within me, but I feel like, I don't know. There's something that needs to fill in that void. And I hope that maybe with us coming to recollection and experiencing the road up ahead with our friends, that it can be filled. I don't know, I'm sort of just speaking out loud now, but I truly wish to help you with your goals. I truly think of you as a member of this group, and I will do everything in my power to protect you and make sure that you will be safe and that you can let your dreams be fulfilled, as I would the rest of our friends.
She's gonna like grab her arm like you're escorting her. I don't know how you would react to that.
What do you do? No.
Oh, just so push your arm like this. Push your arm like this. And then she'll put her arm through it. And then keep walking. I'm excited to see what you'll become then. And I hope that your goals will help you be a person you want to be, and not just one of circumstance. And I won't lie, I am hearing you say that you will protect me is very heartening. I am scared often. I am fragile, I can tell very easily out here. I've been hit a few times in battles, and it hurt really bad all the times. I'm just learning. I'm learning about new things. And I want to improve and be better. It's nice to know that someone else is also learning and trying to better themselves.
Yeah, I think it would take him a little bit of time as well. He's kind of taken a little aback at this escort. It seems so like proper and formal for him, but it doesn't shy away or anything. But I think he would just eventually say, after some thought, well then, to new beginnings. It shall be a long and hopefully prosperous road. I feel better. I know it's probably selfish from you, but I don't know. Many of the things I say, I feel like are just about me. He's like a little bit like I don't know what to do at this point.
It's all right. You don't need to say anything more if you don't wish. Let's just keep walking.
Okay.
And we'll just keep going. I guess we'll go on a little walk together.
Eventually, you go to find, as you return to the inn, the rest of the Paragon is finished packing up and are awaiting your arrival.
Hello. We're back.
Wait, no one packed my stuff, right? It's very, very particular. Goes in
I packed
a very
it for you.
specific order. No, Wayne, I know you did it wrong. You didn't pack anything.
And as
Thanks, Wayne. Just like how I like it.
as the chaos ensues, I imagine the camera pans up to look at the sky. A new path lay before you. One for a few jobs, home for several of you, and a new beginning for some of you. And as you set off on the next leg of your journey, in a place far to the north, high in the mountains, a man frantically runs through large stone halls in a bit of a panic, his footsteps echoing throughout the caverns, till he makes it to the massive library, breathing heavily. Lotonathel! The symbols, they're moving. And that's where we're going to end it today.
I got a pit in my stomach.
We're symbols.
The symbols.
Thank you all so much for watching. Once again, you can find us on some of the socials like Twitter. Make sure to subscribe on YouTube. Follow us here on Twitch and everything. Also, before we end, I just want to say huge thank you to Vampy Unicorn for subbing to us. For subbing for another month. They were very first sub, so it's super exciting. And they just subbed for another month. So thank you so much, Vampy Unicorn. Highly appreciate it. Thank you for the support. And hope you all enjoyed. Be sure to check check mine and Andrew's Twitch things. I'm G.VA. Andrew is Special Sauce, so you can find us on there. And yeah, that will be everything from us. So one last time, thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you all in the next episode. Thank you, and bye-bye.